Boys, is it August? Just curious because we started
I don't think so.
our conversation literally last episode. Was it? I think it was last episode. Was it would be a miracle if Alek Manoah is up by August 1st.
I said it was a miracle if he came up before September.
Hey, simmer down.
It is. We're barely past July 1st.
Bro, we're on Independence Day.
It's July 4th. And Alek Manoah, I don't think he's officially been called up, but he's going to be called up before Friday to pitch Friday's ball game against.
They weren't far off with Canada today.
The Tigers.
I hate that. That's bad.
I am mind blown.
Yes, but
we can get to him in a minute. Welcome back to the flight deck. We have our impact players of the week to do.
Before we get to our impact players, I have a beef to pick with Brant. Nate, I don't know if you're aware with this. Brant is a man of many talents on this broadcast.
Remembering our Instagram handle is not one.
Any social media is not one of them.
I did not plug our podcast very well.
Yeah, so
on
Brant
my appearance. You're right.
Yes, Brant went on the walk-off live, and Brant got a whole moment in the sun to be like, here's the flight deck stuff. He's like, I don't remember it. Just look at my Twitter account and you'll find it there. And then I had to go in the chat and be like, motherfucker, it's this.
Yeah, no, genuinely had no idea. And I forgot that I was supposed to plug it at some point. And I got down to my thing and I'm like, I didn't write this down. Like, huh. But yeah, I did not do a great job plugging the podcast, but I think I did an okay job representing us.
Yes, you did. It was
tried.
Great. Nate, your turn.
Yeah, Nate's
to
next.
Do what?
I don't think if Nate keeps showing up topless, I don't think they're gonna have him on.
Yeah, viewers, Nate was almost topless for this recording.
No, not almost. He almost made it to the recording. You're right.
It was before we recorded.
Yeah, we're getting way off track. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't plug us better.
Made an impact.
Yeah, that's my impact player of the week. No, I get to go first this week, and every fiber of my being wants to say Jimmy Garcia, just to piss Nate off, solely for the purpose of. But it's warranted. He faced 9 batters, didn't give up a hit. He had 4 strikeouts. Did you know Jimmy Garcia has not let in an inherited runner yet this season?
What's his ERA?
It's coming down. It's only like a 4.3 or something like that now.
Only.
Well, it was like a 9 at one point. So I mean,
we're
going
to get rid of
places.
him when he had a
7.
Sorry,
it's a 4.9 now, but
so
it's coming down. He's had a good month, and he had a really good week. And every part of me wants to take him, but we can't take relievers on this, right?
Yeah, we can.
And
moment.
The problem is he pitched twice in the Boston series, and I don't think anyone made an impact in the Boston series except Jarren Duran. And I obviously not going to take Jarren Duran, so we're going to go with Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett started against the Giants and had the same amount of strikeouts as Kevin Gausman, which is incredible work for Chris Bassett. Was it career high 12 strikeouts
without using PitchCom himself?
Yes, he did not call the game for himself.
No, crazy. So shout out to Chris Bassett. Gave up 1 run, I believe. Left the game when he was losing. No runs. Tied. Left the game tied. Didn't give up a run. But they scored 2 on a Vladdy 2-run shot in the bottom of the inning and ended up getting him the win. So, yeah, shout out Chris Bassett. Probably his best start of the year. Today seems to be going well. I haven't had an update since I walked downstairs, but
still 2-0. There's a runner on first in the bottom of the 6th.
Okay.
You count on Tim Anderson.
So we're good. We know Tim Anderson's not going to go deep. It's still Bassett.
Why?
Right?
Why did you say that now?
Because he can't. He doesn't have the ability.
I mean, yeah, they're top 2 in the order, have 1 home run combined this year.
Yeah,
so
it's insane. It's insane. Nate, you're up.
But they have more home runs than us. I'm just gonna point that out.
That's horrible. I'm running it back.
No, you're not.
Same as last week.
Fuck off. You're a piece of shit. No way.
Dude.
You know what? I'll stand with Nate on this week's. Last week's didn't make any sense. This week's, the guy made such an impact that he got himself called up.
Well, he's only going to be having big impacts from here on out. We hope.
Alek Manoah.
I don't know how it happened.
Impacts. That's for damn sure. Alek Manoah is going to make an impact in some way, shape, or form.
He really impacted the Fisher Cats.
He did. You're not wrong.
I don't have a stat line, but it was like 10 Ks.
It was. I had it.
He went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 walks, a hit batter, 1 earned run, 10 Ks.
That's my guy.
It was good enough to get him called up after 2 minor league appearances. Man, apparently he's ready to go.
He could strike out 10 Tigers. And I don't think anyone would bat an eye.
Yeah, I feel like that's half the reason why he's getting called back.
Is the Red Sox AA team worse than the Tigers?
Yes.
Probably, right?
But not by much.
No.
If you ask me about like the A's or the Royals, then it's kind of up in the air.
Yeah. How do we think this is going to go for Alek Manoah?
Yes.
Cool. Me too. I think the exact same thing. I don't know. If the issue was just confidence, there's no way in hell you got confidence back in 1 AA start.
There's no way in hell you got sent to the pitching lab and single A for confidence. So like they obviously think they fixed something. There was he was obviously working on, he must have been working on something in that Dunedin game. There's no other explanation for how he got moved to AA and then now he's the majors. I don't know what he was working on, but it sounds like he was clearly working on something.
Yeah, Lou Bob's
speaking of working on something. La Peta, Luis Robert Jr., number 25 on the year.
25?
Yes, man.
Holy shit. He had like 14 last month though, right?
I think yeah, but he also had, I think it was 11. Like damn it. There was
a
stretch.
Who are they playing, Connor?
What?
Who are they playing?
Us.
The Blue Jays.
Smarten the fuck up.
I agree.
But here's what you know. He had there was like a stretch where he had 11 home runs and 16 RBI.
Yeah. Oh, he's been on fire. It's a shame the rest of the team around him doesn't know how to play baseball.
It's a fucking hater.
But that was yeah. You hate to see it. I pumped Chris Bass's tires too early. I would like to change my pick to Jimmy Garcia.
No, this is this week. This week. You're good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what Alek Manoah can be. I don't have all sorts of faith in them finding something, given the fact that he walked 3 guys and hit a batter in 5 innings of work.
It's still concerning.
And I'm pretty sure he only threw like 50-something% strikes. Like it wasn't good. Like I don't know, man. I don't. Obviously, I didn't watch the game. I didn't see what he's done in the complex. But from an outsider's perspective, I don't love bringing him up so soon. I don't think he's going to be ready, but who knows? I guess we'll see on Friday.
They've got to figure he's going to make more of an impact than what they've got going right now, and they want Richards in the pen. So yeah,
it just helps the bullpen arms, I guess. Connor, you got any final thoughts on Manoah before you get your picker?
I just fucking please throw strikes.
Yeah,
just throw strikes.
Yep.
Fuck it. If you get mashed, just throw strikes, please. Like
you've got his heir apparent had his first rehab start yesterday too. So
this is very true.
He was also kind of meh.
Dude, it's his first game.
Also that was his struck first out game a bunch of guys, didn't he?
He struck out 5
in 3 innings, I think.
That's a lot of strikeouts for Rio.
There were 15 outs. How many innings is that?
That's 5. Never mind. Hold up.
Yeah. That's such easy math.
There's no way he threw 5 innings in
I saw 5 innings.
Through damn it, this is not.
I was half asleep when I saw it come up, so maybe I was wrong. But I thought it said 5 innings, 5 Ks.
No, he went 3 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 5 Ks, no walks.
3 innings, 5 Ks. Now, you know what?
Dude, it's his first start.
That's pretty good.
Tommy John, so.
He's also apparently he was topping out at 88,
but that was never important for Ryu.
No, and that's about where he was when he went down. So that's fine.
Yeah, and he's also down 30 pounds.
Yeah, that's huge.
But I guess we'll go to
Connor. Take it away.
Player of the week, I guess, because I literally tried to look up everybody in the last 7 days.
Everybody sucked.
Well, surprisingly not. with a 931 OPS, 1 home run, 7 hits in 5 games. George Springer, it's my impact player of the week, just because, fuck it, he actually had a record. He became second.
Has he had one yet?
What?
I genuinely don't think he has.
He hasn't had a very good year.
I think this is George's first impact player of the week. I'm just giving out the firsts.
I'm just like to point out George Springer still doesn't have an extra base hit with a runner in scoring position.
Okay, but you know who?
It's been a week since the last time I said it, and I'll probably say it again next week. Crazy, man. I don't understand it. He had like the solo shot to lead off that game, and then everyone remembered that part, but like he came up with the bases loaded and struck out. I'm like,
he still made an impact. Okay, we're gonna don't shut up.
Yeah, that Red Sox series.
I don't want to talk about it.
It hurts so much.
I don't want to talk about it.
We got to talk about it at some point here. Game 1 is what it is. That sucked. Game 2, there's only one thing in the whole game that we really needed to talk about. Well, 2. The game would have been different if Kevin Biggio was an 18th of a second earlier or later, sorry. Because he missed tying that or giving them the lead, I think, at the time.
Because at that time it was 5-6.
Yeah. 5-6. 6-5, my friend. Jesus.
Hey, 5 us, 6 them.
Yeah. That would have gave us the lead, and
Nate,
we're talking we're talking 8 inches. I can't tell if Nate's frozen or just that disappointed.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Not disappointed.
Good.
Yeah, bro, that threw me off because
5-6 is tough.
You were stone faced on that one. I'm impressed. Okay.
5-6 and cheering a Lou Bob homer against us.
Did I cheer it?
Yeah, you did. You were dancing.
Said,
you were dancing.
You were
dancing. I agree. Yeah. The other thing in that game, Luis Rivera sucks as a third base coach, right? Like
balls, man. Like
I don't recall ever having to complain about a third base coach so much, but like it seems like every other week he's doing something stupid.
He was waving him, right? Like I was at a wedding all weekend, so I only saw video of it. But like
from what I heard, he put up like the stop sign, but the stop sign was just like
it was a one-handed stop. It was after he had already touched third base.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm picking up a stop sign, I'm picking it up before I touch third.
If I
get to third, I'm gonna go.
That's all I saw. He like it looked like he was waving him.
Yeah, but did he like?
He went like they actually showed a good side by side. He stopped someone earlier in the game with a big like two-handed like stop right there, and then they did Bo's and Bo was going, he was going, and then he just kind of went and threw up a little half stop like maybe
it's not the tying run or anything.
I think we had this conversation a little bit on the long toss there. I think a lot of that had to do with seeing Bo Bichette and just not knowing what Bo Bichette is speed-wise anymore.
Dude, yeah, you're right, though. He dropped off a cliff speed.
He's so slow nowadays. And I'm like, if you see Bo Bichette coming, you're thinking, he's fast. He might put some pressure on Alex Verdugo.
Yes.
But Bo Bichette's just not fast anymore. Like, I have the numbers here. This year, he's in the 43rd percentile for sprint speed. 2 years ago, in 2021, he was in the 74th percentile. 2 years before that, he was in the 83rd percentile. So if you're Luis Rivera...
What's Vlad?
See, I was about to ask that.
I don't know. This year? I can look that up. But
like he's got to be like high 30s. Like
I don't think they're that far apart.
Not be in the same conversation.
I think remember when we were doing the Alejandro Kirk one? I think they were pretty like Bo and Vlad were like pretty close when I did like the list of the players. I think Danny Jansen's faster than fucking Bo. Like,
yeah, well, Danny's a god.
Well, but like,
Vladdy's gotten slower. He's a 29th percentile,
but
we're talking about a shortstop and a first baseman here. They shouldn't be that close.
One of which the shortstop went like 20. What was it? 25 for 26 on stolen bases in 2021.
Yeah, he was a base stealer.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
He was he had like.
Now he can't even round third to make it home and make it close. Like
he added like an extra 1 WAR just because of his base running in that season. Like, yeah,
I think it was a given that you should have threw up the stop sign pretty much right from the get-go. It was a laser beam to their best outfield arm. He should have had the stop to begin with. But I think somewhere in his head, Louis was thinking, Bo Bichette has stolen bases. he can do this. And he tried to send him and went, wait, he's slow as shit nowadays. And like kind of hesitated and tried to hold him up. And that made Bo hesitate. And at that point, it was already too late. That's where I'm thinking anyways. It was ugly. It wasn't good. The next day was just as bad. And they threw Jordan in a non-save again. And against a man that he blew a save against earlier in the year in Alex Verdugo. And exactly what you'd expect to happen happened. I don't know. We just can't beat the Red Sox. That's what I've taken away from this series.
So all I got out of this is just reverse of last year.
Yep.
We're going to win like 2 games against them all year.
We're like 20 games above 500 against everyone that's not in the AL East. But we can't beat the Red Sox.
We're 13 wins under 500 against the AL East.
We have the best record in baseball against teams not in the AL East.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. We're 0-7 now against the Red Sox. 0-6 against the Orioles.
We've won one. I think we're 1
Did we
5
win?
against 1 and 5 against the Orioles.
I don't recall ever winning one, but I'll take your word for it.
It was a Barrios game that we won.
Okay. The Yankees and Rays were 500 against them.
Pretty much 500 against them.
Fine. So. That's whatever. That's what I expect in a division this hot. But to be 0-7 against the Boston Red Sox,
the same Red Sox that you were 16-3 against the year before.
The Boston Red Sox is it 2 games above 500 now?
Yeah.
And
going into that series, they were 2 games under.
They are. I think it's either 9-1 or 13-1 against the Yankees and Jays. If you take us and the Yankees out of the equation, they are so bad. Like horrifically bad. But we can't figure out a way to beat them, and neither can the Yankees. It blows my mind. But it doesn't matter. I've talked about it many times. The AL East record is what it is. If we can find a way to win 90-something games, we'll be in a playoffs. It's the way we got to look at it at this point.
It's a bit of an if now.
It is an if. I don't disagree. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. We'll keep losing to the Red Sox and the Orioles and hope we can figure it out by September.
What do you guys think you got to win to get the last playoff spot?
I'm saying at least 88, 89.
Yeah, I don't think it's 90.
I think you got to be 90.
I don't know if it is. Nobody's running away with this thing right now.
No, but I think all 3 wildcard spots are going to be in the 90s. Do you know what it was last year?
We had 92, right?
We had 92.
And we were the
worst
wild card spot.
The Mariners had like 90, I think, and they were the 2.
Yeah, I think 89 was 3, right? Was it 90?
I swear the Rays would. What? Hold up.
Who was the
86?
Oh,
Tampa Bay won 86 games last year.
I don't know.
I think it's going to take more than 86 again. I think it's going to take more than 86 this year.
I would love to say it might.
I think it's going to take 90.
I don't know if it is. Like
the
Yankees aren't playing good baseball. The Astros are just starting to play good baseball. The Orioles are quietly not playing good baseball anymore.
The Angels are dead.
The Angels, and they lost Mike Trout.
Side note: have you guys seen
Jorge?
Have you guys seen Jorge Mateo?
They're dead.
He's bad.
Jorge Mateo was like batting like 310 for the entire month of April, and since then he's proceeded to have a 5 WRC plus.
5.
Holy Christ! He had a 300 OPS for like the month of May.
Yeah, the Orioles are falling off. The Angels are. If it wasn't for Shohei Ohtani, they would be
the Angels in the span of.
You didn't get news tonight then.
Yeah, in the span of 7 hours.
Yeah, I know. It was a blister though.
They lost Trout, Ohtani, and
I don't
Rendon.
think I heard that.
Apparently,
Ohtani's was an arm injury.
It was a blister.
Ohtani's was a blister.
It's just a blister. Okay.
Rendon was a shin contusion. So
Rendon's a given.
Yeah.
Trout broke his high mate.
Yeah, so he's out until August.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's huge. Like for them, especially because I think they're a game or 2 ahead of the Blue Jays.
They're behind us.
Shit, even worse.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, we're 2 back of the 2.5 back right now of the Astros. 3 back of the Yankees. Don't quote me on that. I don't have it in front of me.
Around there.
And I think we're a game or 2 up on the Angels now.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. Nobody is trying to run away with this thing right now. The Astros are starting to catch fire a little bit. I think they might start walking into it. But I don't even put the Orioles out of our reach right now. I definitely don't put the Yankees without Judge out of our reach. I don't think anyone's locking this up in order for me to say that there's going to be 390 win teams right now. Because we had a bad week last week at, was it 3-4? I think we were. 2-4, something like that.
Yeah.
No other team in the race went better than 3-3. So it's not like anybody was doing well in the week.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I think it was like from May 26th to June 26th. You know, the Blue Jays had the best record of the American League.
Yeah. The month of what do you call it? The month of June. I'm pretty sure
they were one of
we
the
were
better,
tied for the best record up until like the last couple
no
days.
fucking team in the American League is running is hot.
No.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It's going to take is one to 2 good weeks for the Blue Jays. This entire fucking season is a turnaround again.
We are currently 2.5 back. The Orioles are 2 games up on the bottom wildcard spot. So we're 4.5 separated between us and the Orioles at the top of the wildcard spot right now. The Orioles run differential is down to +13. And it is just a race between 4 teams at this point, and one of them is a team that doesn't have any starting pitching.
But that's the thing though. The Orioles
and
have
the
pieces.
other, and one of them doesn't have an offense.
Yeah, but one of those teams has the pieces to go out and fix their problems.
Yeah, but
who are you getting to fix these problems?
Are the names out there right now for the Orioles to fix their problems? A, and B, are they the team that's gonna do it? Because I've never seen the Orioles do it in my life.
There's one name, and that's even debatable.
I think there's 3, maybe 4, depending on how if a certain team falls off or stays the way they are.
Yeah, but who are your 4? Who are your 4?
Is Blake Snell available?
Pitchers?
I think that Snell is the guy that I'm flip flopping on.
Do you think that the Padres are going to accept that they're out of it?
Juan Soto's not. Did you see his comments that Ohtani's going to have trouble? Apparently he did, but
I think the Padres are a team that will buy and sell, if that makes sense.
Right. But do you think Snell's a guy they sell on in that case? I don't think it is.
Snell's in a contract year, so it's
sure. So maybe.
I think
Stroman's going to be available.
Because I don't know.
The Cubs.
If you're the Cubs, why don't you try and win that division?
The way that the Cubs are talking, they don't want to extend him pre deadline.
Right.
So
then they're gonna.
It doesn't mean you can't extend him after. He still said he wants to be there.
Yeah,
they're 7 games back in the division right now.
I think.
Okay, never mind. They should just sell.
I thought
it was closer than that.
So
I think Giolito is a very reasonable option, depending on how the White Sox finish out before the deadline.
Cease potentially.
Cease. I think
they take a. I think they try and
Cease. You have to get a haul for Cease, even though his stats aren't the greatest this year. But Giolito is a more reasonable one.
Cease has been better as of late too.
Why are people saying Bieber? If the guards
they put him available,
Bieber, then
they made him available.
They're stunned. That doesn't make any sense.
Dude,
that division
the Guardians
is so winnable.
Dude. The Guardians are the Guardians.
Honestly, they should be so much better than the friggin' Twins.
Yeah, they're only a game.
The Twins are pitching way over their heads.
As
Joe Ryan's legit.
Considering they just swept us.
Yeah,
the Red Sox.
Sonny Gray.
Do the Red Sox look at Paxton because he's having a fucking?
I think the Red Sox should be out or should consider themselves out. But I mean, they're 2.5 back of us, so maybe
I know,
not,
but Paxton's.
Paxton's a piece that can get you someone decent for this weird team that doesn't have any promising pieces in their lineup right now, other than.
It's like
I have a thought on the Red Sox, on a guy that could fit nicely into the Blue Jays lineup.
Oh no. Is
he in a lineup?
In a lineup.
Yeah.
Is he
got a player option?
Is it Jaron Durant?
No, he's got a player option for next year.
Is he old?
I think it's a player option.
Justin Turner.
Is Justin Turner? Oh, L Redbeard? I wouldn't. Dude, it's now come out that the Blue Jays are the worst team in the league against lefty.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy that our problem is we don't have a right-handed bat anymore.
But I think that was something that we said.
As a platoon DH and take
it a long time ago.
It's something
that we
said in the offseason.
First and third, he would fit so well. He's got an option for next year. It covers you a year on Chapman, rather than having to have one of the kids come up.
Mm-hmm.
I
Are
don't know what
you
you'd have to
kind
give
of
up for him.
platooning Turner and Belt right now? Like, is that his role in this team? Because he's not going to play third. And I don't think he's a better first baseman
Probably. And he spells, I think he spells Chapman and
Get him a day
Vlad
off.
potentially if you want DH days or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
That's fair. But yeah,
I mean, in a dream scenario, the guy did play second base at one point.
Oh Jesus, when he was like 10 years ago.
Hey,
dude.
we have an all-star second baseman. We don't need it.
I'm just saying another platoon option.
We'll get to the all-star second baseman. But like
we keep
saying this every week. All the teams coming into the season that you would be like, oh, they're selling at the deadline. They're like within striking distance of a playoff spot.
So and the ones that aren't good.
I've got another interesting name that we could get for nothing.
Oh,
did you see who got DFA'd today?
Yep,
Nelly
Cruz.
Boomstick.
I'd take a flyer.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't mind that.
Like, who is our last guy on the bench right now? I legitimately don't know who's up. Okay,
is it Clement?
Get rid of
Well,
exactly.
I don't know. It's either Clement or Espy. Like,
get rid of him. You're not using him.
Yeah. Get another vet in the room.
Cruz there.
I think Clement's been into more games this week than Cav was. I think Cav
the last guy on your bench is Clement.
Yeah. Remember,
you're not getting rid of Cav or Espinal.
Was it last year?
Get rid of Clement.
Nelson Cruz, or was it the year before?
I think it was last year.
I think it was the year he went to Tampa.
Yeah, it was 2021 because that was like the year that we were like, can we get Gallo? Can we get Nelson Cruz? Like,
gives you power off the bench. Gives you another right-handed bat. Like, when was the last time we had a power bat off the bench late in games? That hasn't been one of our catchers.
I was about to say technically Danny James.
And he gives you veteran leadership that goes along with some of the other guys, and it's another.
He does a lot.
What's the worst that happens? You get rid of Ernie Clement goes to AAA for a month and does whatever while we're not using him, and if
Nelson Cruz stinks it up.
Cruz sucks, you get rid of Cruz.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I think I'd take the flyer.
You're gonna tell me Cruz isn't gonna give you a better at bat than Clement?
The last two seasons, this year he's slugging 399. Last year he's slugging 337.
He also does have a 30.3% strikeout rate.
So he fits in nicely here.
You give him a change of scenery. San Diego's a bigger ballpark, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
It doesn't necessarily. It's not great, I'd say.
He had 5 bombs in 49 games. It's not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's not. I mean, you bring him here.
That's a 15 pace.
Maybe you find something. I don't know. I take the risk.
Yeah, like what's the fucking?
It doesn't cost you anything.
It'll cost you someone on your 40 man, which I would assume would probably be Nathan Lucas or a bullpen arm. But I don't know.
Let me look.
Bowden Francis. I can't imagine.
It's gonna be someone inconsequential. Like,
that's why I went to Nathan Lucas, but
that's what I mean. You've got guys on your 40 man that are not.
They're not going to hurt.
But,
I like Lucas. I don't really want to lose that guy.
Jay Jackson.
I don't know why Jay Jackson's not here.
I'm just going based on the fact that he's not, and he's 35.
It's annoying that he's not here. It actually irritates me that Jay Jackson is not a member of this team.
Yeah, I don't get it. But you got to think too. You're gonna have to get Chad Green back in this thing at some point.
Hyunjin, Alex coming right back up.
It's probably Lucas or Clement.
I think
Mitch White.
I think fucking Thomas Hatch, even if when Ryu's back. Like,
don't disrespect the 0 ERA.
Oh, no. Fuck off with that 0 ERA brand. God damn it.
He's the only remaining guy.
Like Mitch White.
Mitch White would be a big one.
What's his name? Simber. Oh, Simber's not in the majors right now.
No, he's on the IL.
Is he? Oh yeah, that's right. That's what. Yeah.
But he's still on the 40 because it's not a 60-day spot.
Simber, Francis, Hatch. Like to get Kikuchi and Swanson, Kikuchi, Ryu, and Green. Holy, I'm fumbling right now.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not in that office. I don't know. I don't hate the idea. I think Nelson Cruz would be an interesting flyer to take, obviously.
Dude, I think I'd take fucking Will Myers over Nelson Cruz.
No, he's left-handed.
Will Myers is right-handed.
Fill a role. Is Will Myers not left-handed?
He's right-handed.
Does he throw left-handed?
Does he throw left-handed?
No. Will Myers can play the outfield and first base. He's right-handed.
Does he throw with his?
Am I thinking of a different Will Myers? I swear Will Myers is left-handed.
Are we thinking of the guy that used to play on the not the Cardinals, the Padres?
Yeah, he's definitely hits right-handed.
Will Myers is right-handed.
He throws right-handed too. Yep. You learn something new every day.
Did he switch? Like he came up lefty, didn't he?
No. Nate, who the fuck are you thinking?
I don't know. I thought he was a lefty.
Is there another Will or another Myers? Oh well.
I know Tyler Myers and the hockey.
I don't know if I'd take Will Myers over Nelly.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think either of them.
I'm not looking at any stats.
I think if they were going to take Will Myers, they would have done it by now.
Yeah,
that's not going to be a thing. But
I'm just saying, like, I would have taken Will Myers instead of Nelson Cruz because at least Will Myers can play the field.
Yeah, Nelson Cruz kind of gives you like the veteran presence though, whereas Will Myers, I guess technically he does, but
Myers is like 30 of them. Like,
yeah,
been in the league for a minute.
Cruz has also hit in the American League East. I mean, Myers did for a season, but
played for 2 teams in the American. He's also played for 2 teams in the American League East. So
might as well complete them. The Jays don't have a single starter in the All-Star game,
but
that's the least surprising thing of all time.
Yeah. Considering, I mean, the only argument that could be made, and it's a slim one, is Bo Bichette over Corey Seager.
I don't know if it's slim just based on games played.
Yeah.
I would have personally gone with Bo just because of the body of work being considerably larger in such a small sample size. But
yeah, I will concede that Corey Seager's probably been the better player in the games that he's played. However, he's played like just over 60% of Texas's games. And in a thing where you're only looking at half a season, if you're only playing half a season of that half a season, I don't really love seeing him being the guy. But he was going to end up being the backup anyways, I think.
Oh yeah, they were both going to get in anyways.
Yeah.
It's literally just Texas against Atlanta happening in Seattle.
It's the Rangers with a Y, the Rangers, because it's just Texas and Tampa out there with Aaron Judge and not even Mike Trout anymore. So I don't know.
Well, no,
not even Aaron Judge.
Not even Aaron Judge. You're right. So it's probably going to end up being what?
It's basically just the Rangers Braves is what it was.
Yeah. So
because catcher's a Ranger, first base is a Ray, second base is a Ranger, shortstop, third base. And one of the outfield, one of the outfield spots is a Ray.
One of the outfield spots is now going to be a Ranger, probably Adolis Garcia.
I would think, right?
And then
they named Tucker and Julio. Franco as the subs,
and Julio.
No.
Julio's in too.
Franco's in now.
I don't know who Julio got added for, but Franco and Tucker were in for Judge and Trout.
Yeah,
Julio got added for Yordan.
Yeah, Julio got
added for
and George Kirby.
Pitcher. Yeah,
George Kirby got added.
I didn't see that.
But yeah.
You see what's his name? Bednar?
Yeah, Bednar got in for Clayton Kershaw.
He just brought they must be playing each other right now, and he took over a full cooler of beer for Kershaw. Love that.
That's respect, David Bednar. All right.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for getting hurt. That's
You can take my all-star spot any day, David Bednar. You can have it. Just bring me that cooler of beer and we're good to go.
Yep. So originally Wander Franco wasn't an all-star.
No, and that was bullshit.
Whit Merrifield was an all-star.
Whit Merrifield is
an all-star. And Wander Franco was not.
With an OPS of 700.
I've seen some people put up the argument that like, oh, they do it positionally. That's not a thing.
You have to have 2 of every position.
Maybe because they don't think they fixed it that way.
No, you do. It's a
because
rule.
if he's in now, Seager and Bo are still both in. So there's 3 shortstops.
You have extra slots, but you have to have 2 of every position.
The list says infield and outfield. That's all it says.
Go through it. There's 2
I believe you.
It is 2 of everybody.
I believe you.
Now they kind of changed it a little bit. Actually, no, they did.
I think it's ridiculous.
It's weird because they replaced an outfielder with an infielder. But
do you think
you have the extra spots? It's just stupid.
Do you think if Wander Franco would have made it as a pitcher, he would have done better than Michael Lorenzen would?
Can we talk about that?
Michael Lorenzen's got like a 4 or 5 this year.
Yes,
hasn't he? I heard someone say.
Yes, he has like a 4 or 5.
Worse than that, isn't it?
Wait! I haven't looked at this. I forget, or if I did. Who's the A's representative?
I think it's Rooker.
It's Brent Rooker. Yeah.
Yes.
Who's
the Royals?
Royals.
Salvi.
Oh yeah, he's had a decent year actually.
Because
apparently.
Who else are they going to put?
Fucking.
They can't put.
I'm pretty sure he's like second in homers among catchers.
Yeah, Salvi's having a decent year. Before the replacements today, Luis Castillo was the lone Mariner.
Which I think was fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I am shocked they took J-Rod over Yoshida.
J-Rod's not having a good year.
No, and Yoshida has been pretty good.
I think that's kind of the star power factor.
I mean, it's also in Seattle. So,
but
yeah, that's true.
Yoshida,
he's got the Japanese side of things.
That's what I was going to say. The Asian influence, maybe, but
like the global perspective, I think Yoshida would have been the better play. But it is in Seattle. I kind of forgot about that.
Bro, I just looked at this. The amount of current or former Atlanta Braves on the National League All-Star team is actually hilarious.
It's the entire starting 9. No, sorry. Yes.
I'm just going to go through the entire thing.
Sean Murphy. They went over this on Baseball is Dead.
It's crazy.
It's everyone either is on the Braves now or was on the Braves World Series team because in 21.
Yeah, there's Sean Murphy, Freddie Freeman, Orlando Arcia, Ronald Acuna Jr., Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, Dansby Swanson, Jorge Soler. Then we'll go to pitchers. Spencer Strider.
It's literally that everyone you just named was 21 or this year.
Yeah. But there's since we're kind of just going around. Do we have anything before the Jays? Because I'm kind of gonna.
I don't think so, right? I think we're done.
I mean, the Jays are down. They had 2 men.
While we talked about the Braves, do we just give them the World Series right now? Like,
no.
Did you guys
who's touching that team?
I don't know. We'll find out in October because it never matters who's winning in July. It never matters who's winning at the end of the season. When's the last time the 1 seed has won the thing?
The Dodgers
in 2020 in a season that didn't count.
I think the Astros
were they the 1 seed?
I feel like they were
in 2017.
That's the year I'm thinking.
I don't think they were. I think they upset the Yankees. Did they not?
No, I think the Yankees got in as a wild card in 17. That was their bad year, wasn't it? That was Judge's rookie year.
I think.
If not, it would be the 16 Red Sox.
I just saw a stat that
Cleveland was 102-60 in 2017.
Right on.
Houston was 101-60.
Okay. I just saw a stat that was kind of funny about the Atlanta Braves. They set a National League record in June for the amount of home runs hit in a single month.
Mm-hmm.
It's 61.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you know how many home runs the Blue Jays had to that point all year?
61?
90.
They have one starting position player with under 100 WRC plus.
And I think that's Michael Harris, but he's also
it is. Yeah. And Michael Harris has been on hitting the shit out of the ball.
Raking.
The Dodgers had 104 wins that year, so Houston was third. Nuts.
Red Sox.
That was 20.
Red Sox the year before.
They didn't win the year before.
18.
Didn't they win in 6?
No, they won in 18. 13 and 18.
Well, that
18 definitely wasn't. Yeah, who's 16? Royals? It was the Royals.
No,
Cubs. It was the Cubs. Holy Christ.
Jesus
that was the
Christ.
Cubs. Definitely wasn't the
doing?
1 seed. The Royals definitely weren't the 1 seed. 14 was Giants.
14 was no, 14.
I think the Giants backed into it.
Giants
every
was
year.
14.
They were a wild card 1 or 2 years.
Were the Red Sox
13 were the Red Sox. 12 was the Giants.
11
was the Cards.
Like 10 was the Giants.
10 was the Giants.
We did do this.
9 was the Yankees. Yeah, we did.
And I don't think I'm just trying to think. Were any of them ever a 1 seed? Like the Giants were never a 1 seed.
The Cardinals weren't.
Cardinals weren't. Like the 1 seed just doesn't win.
Were the Yankees the 1 seed in 09?
09?
Like,
my point being is we have to go back almost 20 years to find a team that realistically won as the 1 seed. I just like the Braves are hot, but they got to stay hot until the end of October.
No, the Braves are good.
The Braves are good.
The Braves are really good.
We swept them.
That's fine.
The Red Sox swept us. What's your point?
Yeah.
Twice. The Red Sox swept us twice.
If you come into a playoff series
and you get took a series from the Braves
by a team like the point? If you can get swept by the Blue Jays now, you can get swept by a team like the Blue Jays in October.
No, I get what you're saying. I wasn't meaning legitimately. I'm just saying they're a motherfucking juggernaut right now.
They're a wagon.
The New York Yankees did go post to post. First in the regular season and won the World Series. A run differential of plus 162. Pretty good.
How far the money you falling? Runner, Devin Biggio, yeah.
Love it. Sorry.
Ask if you're okay.
Yeah, we're good.
He's just excited to see Cav in the game.
No Luis Robert Jr. home runs again. So.
Oh, Joe Kelly. What did he mean? 8. Oh my God.
Dude,
okay. Can we talk about Lourdes?
Did you see Connor's tweet today talking about how anytime the Jays and White Sox play each other, he loses because he can't cheer for anyone?
This is the lose-lose.
He seems to be cheering constantly.
It's a lose-lose, man. I can't
No, you win when the Jays win. You fuck off the rest of the time.
I mean, it doesn't. I
agree.
If you want to hear me homer for the Jays, I'm on the CHGO White Sox pregame show tomorrow, just before the first pitch. So
why would they just have another White Sox fan on? What's the difference?
Fuck you, man. We had an intervention already. We did this.
Yeah, and it clearly didn't work.
It got worse.
You got another team for fuck's sakes. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is an all-star this year.
We can just talk about all-stars in general. But
I want to have this specific conversation because obviously people keep harping on the Varsho trade as if Lourdes became some stud. Lourdes is doing the exact same shit as last year, but instead of 5 home runs, he has 13. Oh, there you go, Vlad.
Oh my God. All right.
He's at 73 games. Last year he had 121. He's on pace to have less doubles, about the same amount of hits, more RBIs because the homers.
Ohtani will not be pitching in the All-Star game.
Yep, just came out.
Nice. Less walks, more strikeouts, worse average, worse on base percentage, slightly better slugging, better OPS. An OPS plus 5 points higher than he was last year. Lourdes Gurriel is the exact same player he was last year, but with a different logic.
He was 2021 Lourdes. That's
barely even that.
That's literally just 2021 Lourdes you just said.
He's barely even. He's kind of similar to that, sure. But he went on that hot streak. It's the same idea. We're not talking about a player that just got better. Sure, we're just talking about a player that ran into a couple.
Yeah, and has purple hair now instead of regular.
We got to stop using Lourdes as the reason why that trade didn't work. Lourdes is gone from Arizona.
The only reason that Lourdes is an all-star is because we are sad sack fucking Canadians. We got him in there.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the Arizona Diamondbacks fan base. They're the great fan base, great team. You got a lot of shit going. There is no goddamn way Lourdes Gurriel Jr. never got to be an all-star here, but he got in Arizona without our help.
Yep. He's putting up the same numbers, but with a few more homers.
Let's be honest with ourselves here, Jays fans. If Teoscar Hernandez was a Cincinnati Red, he would have been top fucking 5 in all-star voting.
Probably.
Probably,
yeah. If he was in the NL, you're right. It's just, I don't know. I find it crazy that we're still like there's a certain group of this fan base that still bashes on Atkins for the trade as if Lourdes is the reason why. And it's like, look at what Lourdes is doing. They won't have Lourdes after this year. Lourdes is a free agent. He's going wherever he wants.
I mean,
we probably wouldn't have. Maybe.
Lourdes, he could stay.
Maybe.
He really didn't have a role. I don't think they wanted him.
He did.
He was a throw-in.
Genuinely, he's now.
He would be a nice piece to have on this team right now. I will say that.
Sure. He makes Kevin Biggio or Espinal the last guy on the bench, as opposed to Ernie Clement.
Yeah. He's your fourth outfielder rotating in as a DH, I think. Which I think, we could have used him.
So that Witt isn't playing the outfield.
Against righties. Against lefties.
Basically.
Like,
which would that help the team this year? Maybe. But I don't know. It's not a big enough deal. He's not that much better than he was last year in order to that be the reason why this trade didn't work out. The only two you need to look at in that trade is Varsho and Gabby. If Gabby goes off the rails and hits everything for the rest of his career, then we fucked up.
Also, this is a topic that I keep seeing, and I kind of am starting to agree with. Dalton Varsho was one of the most unique players in all of baseball, and the Blue Jays just said, yeah, stop that.
Yeah.
Why?
Longevity?
No. You're saying like the catching thing?
The catching thing. Like, I'm not okay. At
no
point
he only caught last year when who was their starter? Kelly, when Kelly got hurt.
I think he caught like 30 games.
No, it was only when Kelly got hurt. It doesn't make sense. Apparently, he has had the pads on a handful of times this year when they wanted to pinch run for Kirk late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make sense when you have two capable catchers. Like,
I'm not saying
it's also
no.
I'm on your legs.
I'm also not saying start him 50 games this year.
No,
I'm saying like 15. Like,
I don't. With the catching tandem we have,
why are you starting him?
Yeah, with the catching tandem we have, you don't need to. Like who? I mean, Kirk's not hitting that well. Fine.
I also think like
if your backup was Tyler Heineman all year. Yep, I gotcha.
Okay,
do that.
But that's even raises my point. If when Kirk was out, you couldn't have Varsho catch one or two of those games.
Heineman did a good job.
Why? Who's playing left field? Like it's.
I think your team gets worse with him at catcher.
Exactly. The impact you're getting isn't like it's. If you have a full season of Tyler Heineman as your backup catcher, then I 100% understand. And you have a capable bat on the bench. We don't have a bat on the bench that you need to put in left field over Varsho.
If you get into a situation where
Heineman,
where Tyler Heineman is your starting catcher, then I think you would see Varsho become the starting catcher.
You guys have talked me back out of it. I think the only way that he would be catching is if you still had Lourdes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. If you still had Lourdes, okay, fine. But like,
or if you had a Will Myers type that could play the outfield, and you had you had Heineman as your backup, or you had some insanely terrible matchup that Kirk and Jano were going to be fucked, and then that made sense.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
We were talking about Lourdes, and then we snowballed into the trade.
Yeah.
Can we stay on All Stars and talk about
just
Ron
before we
Acuna
go
Jr.
off that
quick?
trade? No. Dalton Varsho has a OPS that is 20 points higher than Gabby Moreno right now.
Okay, fine. But before we go to Ronald Acuna Jr., can we talk about potentially one of the biggest snubs, depending on how you feel about him? Fernando Tatis Jr.
Bryce Harper, yeah, he should have been there.
I would love to defend that one. I really would, but his numbers just aren't there.
That's fine. I have no time for fucking Tatis, so you can fuck off with that one.
I'm not saying you have to
Tatis,
like the guy.
If we're talking about player X, Tatis is the biggest snub I've seen in a long time. But to be that big of a jackass, I understand why he didn't get voted.
I also think what was it? Ken Rosenthal put it best. But this was the bench is voted by like the players and the managers. There's a reason why he wasn't there.
And executives or league. There's
one of
league
them
has a say in it too, and executives, I think.
Yeah, so that's why he's not there.
Yeah.
Like simple.
Absolutely. I think it's part of the reason why Wander Franco wasn't there either.
Oh yeah, because the last thing you heard about Wander Franco was like
he's a bit of a baby.
He's a bit of a baby. Like,
right.
That's
I don't know. Yeah, numbers wise, he's absolutely been snubbed. But if it was anyone else other than Fernando Tatis, I think he's probably a lock. But the whole controversy surrounding Fernando Tatis, that's the other side of things too. Is like, do you really want people heckling him for steroids at an All-Star game? Like, is that a storyline you want?
Do you want him in the same year he was still serving the final games of his suspension in an All-Star game?
Yeah.
For PEDs?
Yeah.
Not even a year removed from it?
No. Yeah, I don't think the league was about to let that happen.
That's not a great look.
No. Next year, if he does this again, I think he's in no problem. He's probably starting. But as of right now, coming off the PED suspension where he's already getting heckled everywhere he goes, I don't think you want that to be a story in the biggest, what do you call it, marketing ploy you have. But yeah, is there anyone else in the game that we should talk about?
I mean, I'm just gonna say,
Ronnie.
Like, fuck Ronnie right now. One more person. I hate the rule of two people, Nate. I'm sorry. I hate the rule of like two positions, two people per position. The fact that Dansby Swanson is an all-star over Ketel Marte actually makes me upset.
Ketel is great.
Ketel is back to being Ketel.
I did not know that, but I did know that Dan's has a ridiculous defensive run saved or something.
Fine. Offense-wise, Dansby Swanson,
they just need to reformat the All-Star game altogether because fucking Michael Lorenzen should not be an All-Star. Neither should Brett Rooker.
Dansby Swanson
should Salvador
There
Perez.
should be no. Every team needs a representative. Like,
do you think Tigers fans are going to be like, "Oh, yeehaw! I want to go buy my Michael Lorenzen All-Star game jersey"?
Where the fuck do you think Detroit is?
I mean,
what is that accent?
I committed to the accent before.
I think it's more like this All-Star game and the NHL All-Star game are the two All-Star games that need to piss off with every team gets one.
They're the south of the north, you know?
The NBA does it right. They don't have this is very I'm just gonna try and skip past
Detroit move to Texas?
Nate's Wyoming accent. Like
they're the south of the north.
Yeah. You know, some fun fact, some parts of Detroit are more north than Toronto. Apparently.
No, it's the fucking Portland that's more north. There's no shot.
But yeah, just back to Dansby Swanson real quick. He's batting 261, 346, and has 759 OPS with 10 home runs and 36 RBIs. Ketel Marte, 285, 365, 502, 15 home runs, 44 RBI. That's not all-star to me. That's not,
probably is. I didn't hear a word you just said.
Nate's a piece of shit, man. Like, I'm trying to have all this. This is all because
the effort of you trying to rope us back in here, rope us like one of them Detroit Cowboys.
It's kind of my job to do that half the time, guys. Like, let's be real.
We wouldn't have had this issue if you just let me transition to a.
All right, talk about Speedy Gunn-Wallace. Okay, go ahead. Fucking, you guys are fucking pieces of shit. I hope Eric Swanson. I hope Andrew Benintendi goes deep against Eric Swanson. Okay, how about that? Like,
man, he's got
20, the Atlanta accent,
50
Nate.
right now. He's got 20, 40, and 50 right now. That's insane.
He's on pace for 76 stolen bases. And 40 homers.
Esteury Ruiz has already stolen more bases than anyone did last year.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like,
why wasn't he the All-Star? That'd be way more fun.
Exactly.
He's also hit like what?
They should do base running competitions.
Nah.
So
that'd be cool.
They had Dallas Braden on Blair and Barker during the series or whatever, and he talked about how great he is defensively. Did we not look up defensive run saves?
Ruiz was so bad.
Ruiz is like the worst outfielder in baseball.
He was so bad.
He's the worst defensive player in baseball. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think this is like first year in the outfield.
Yeah, he came up as an infielder. I'm pretty sure.
Braden was talking about him being a very good and fast. I forget exactly.
He's fast in the outfield. That's for sure.
He gets paid by the team, boys.
Yeah, he has to say these things. I don't know. Just talk about how fast he is.
Are there any like all-stars that we need to like talk about other than Ronnie again being who made it?
If that motherfucker goes 40-70
Just give him the MVP, and I don't even care.
I think the MVP is already his. It's not. There's nobody else. Like, it's super cool.
No. There's somebody making a case for it.
Who?
Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll is genuinely.
Corbin Carroll's not going to go 40-70. Even if it goes 35-60. That's ridiculous.
If in his rookie season he has over 1,000 OPS and leads the Diamondbacks to a fucking playoff spot, to an NL West title,
40-70.
Okay, so Ronnie's hitting 337, 21, 54 ribbies, 41 stolen bases, 1013 OPS. Let me pull up Mr. Carroll here.
Wait, what's up?
It's not as close. I'm saying he's the next closest one, though.
I thought that was foul. I'm very confused on what just happened there.
Yeah, can we get a rule check? If the ball, if say someone drops the ball in foul territory, the play is dead, right?
Yeah, I think.
So why the fuck is Tim Anderson at third base?
I honestly thought the ball was foul. I kind of didn't see.
If you are playing the ball,
it's a ground rule double.
The line in fair territory, and you drop it foul, it still is.
That's like a 50-50 ball potentially.
But anyways, can we just talk about this?
Sorry.
292, 18 homers, 46 ribbies, 24 stolen bases, and 936 OPS. From my rookie of the year.
He's got that award locked up. That's not changing.
Yeah, Brant's pick was not great.
Why is that ball not dead? I'm so confused.
Why is that not a ground rule double? What? That ball bounced out of George's glove into netting.
Okay, guys, I'll just hang out here and keep everyone entertained.
So now it's not fun when people aren't paying attention to you. Yeah.
Corbin, I don't give a shit what Corbin Carroll does. I'm sorry. If
Ronald
Acuna Jr. even goes 40-40.
I thought he was closer than that.
No, it's insane.
But Ronnie's
insane.
Ronnie's got it.
It is insane.
Like, shout out Ketel Marte.
Yeah. Vlad's in the Derby. It's got to be the best thing for him, right?
Yeah, Vlad's at the Derby. He hit one tonight, so he's
his approach.
He's already practicing.
Something's got to change. Like, he's clearly figured something out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If this is the reason why he starts lifting baseballs and hits, what's he at? 13 now?
14? 13?
13, I think it is. He came in with 12, then he hit one today, so that makes sense. If he ends up with 35.
I think I read this, but I think it was like a week ago. No Blue Jays on pace for 30 home runs.
Yeah.
No Blue Jay.
Well,
I think the closest is Bo.
Bo's at 14 right now.
Bo was the closest at like 28.
Yeah.
Like,
that's wild.
If I told you that going into,
didn't like everybody have 30 homers last year?
I feel like we had at least
Vlad, Teo, Chappie,
and George was close. George had like 20 something.
Yeah.
What did Bo end up with? Bo was just below, wasn't
he?
Like
26 or 7.
I think it was like 26 or 27. Like, but
Jano felt like he had 50, but
Jano had like 15 or 16.
So everybody had every of the three guys had 30 home runs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
would Jano would be on pace for 30 if he played a full season, right?
Yeah, because he has like 10 in like
he's at 11.
40 games, maybe 10 in 50 games. Like,
yeah, not bad.
Yeah, but there's already been 6 Derby
6 of 8, right? We're still waiting on
yeah, so it's Vladdy, Julio.
The AL is set.
Yeah, it's Vladdy, Julio, Randy Arozarena, and Adley Rutschman, which is I guess cool. Adley. And the NL right.
Sorry. Yeah, finish.
They usually do 4. They usually do 4 AL.
Adley's a cooler story than Randy.
I think Randy's better for that. Like, just because showmanship. And then the NL,
a cooler story than either one of them.
The NL has Pete Alonso and Mookie Betts so far.
So is there a rule that it has to be 4 and 4?
Usually, it's kind of unspoken, but like
right. So, but is there an actual written rule that says 4 and 4?
I don't think so. It's kind of just they do that to get equal representation from either league.
Right. I didn't write this down, but I wanted to talk about it. If you guys had to put together your dream derby of players right now, not all time, obviously, dream derby. 8 guys right now. Who's in it?
Do they have to be healthy?
Yes,
no, just in general. Right. Just generally.
Can it also be like people currently that are not in their prime, but put them in their prime, kind of thing?
No, right now, like currently today.
Because I was gonna say Giancarlo Stanton. But
I still say Giancarlo Stanton. I think
you probably easily could still, yeah.
Stanton, I'm pretty sure he still leads the league in like balls hit over 120 miles an hour.
I think in saying that, you could go Stanton and Judge.
I don't have Judge in mind.
I think you have. I think you gotta have Judge in the Derby, as if you're doing like the Dream Derby. I think Shohei Ohtani is in that Dream Derby. I think Vlad.
Me too.
These next two, I'm just putting in there because fun, young factor. Ellie De La Cruz and O'Neal Cruz.
Ooh, Ellie would be a good one. So would O'Neal, actually, come to think of it.
You put both of those guys in there.
That would be a cool one of the last two that they have left too. That's super doable. They did it with J-Rod last year.
I think
way less games. I get it, but
yeah, I also think
kind of what Vlad was.
Yeah.
Or no, Vlad did it his
second year.
No, Vlad. No, 19.
2019. He came in 18, didn't he?
No, he came in 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was his first year. And then I also think Acuna.
Nah.
Well, I think
he didn't have a very good one last year, did he?
I think it was okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
But then I think I've said like 6 or 7. But the last one I'm gonna do.
You have a very glaring omission.
Do I?
Yes.
Well, who's your last one first?
My last one is I don't care how much he swings and misses. The guy still hits the ball as one of the hardest in the league, Joey Gallo.
Oh, Joey Gallo's all right. I don't know how you didn't put Pete Alonso in your
Derby.
Fuck Pete, dude. He's so corny.
He's built for the Derby.
I hate his cornball self.
Give me Vlad. Give me Stanton. Give me Pete. Give me Bryce. Trying to think. Gallo's a good one. De La Cruz is a good one too.
Not Bryce this year. I want
no, I guess
healthy Bryce.
But that's what if everyone's healthy is the point.
Yep.
Then Bryce is.
I think there's another healthy Philly that you could put in there.
Schwarbs. Schwarbs stunk last year.
But you can't go. This is your dream. You can't go.
He just wasn't like he kind of didn't impress me last year, and that's why I'm just out on him.
We should have wrote these down and put it to the vote. Who had the better Dream Derby?
Yeah.
Do it. We still got time.
I don't have an 8. I didn't really think of this all that seriously, but who am I missing here?
I've been thinking.
Oh, you got to have Shohei, I think.
Yep.
Soto was really good last year, but I don't see Soto as like a big Derby guy. I don't even know how many I'm at right now. What did I do? Vlad, Stanton, Bryce, Shohei,
Pedro,
Pete. I need 3 more.
You said Ellie.
Ellie would be fun. I think we got to do Ellie. J-Rod was good too. Trying to think who I'm missing with Pop. There's definitely a glaring one that I can't think of right now. Salvi would be a fun one.
I mean, if we're going off of what we've seen today, you could throw Luis Robert Jr.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got like the pure like ridiculous pop that you see out of some of these guys.
Give me some like 2008, 2010 Prince Fielder.
Yeah.
You guys remember that Derby?
Yeah.
When he was hitting them like 550?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the Josh Hamilton Derby?
Yep.
Yep.
Jorge Soler, I think, would be an interesting one.
He's a good one.
Yeah. Because he hammers balls.
Imagine if you had a derby of guys that all you would consider having sneaky power.
Yeah. Oh, Jordan would be my last one.
Oh fuck! How did I not say Jordan?
Without Jordan.
I was hoping to get him just all to myself.
God damn it! How did I wait? I fucking said Joey Gallo.
That's my MVP pick, and I didn't take him. So
I put Joey Gallo instead of Jordan Alvarez. What the fuck am I doing?
Judge, Shohei.
You would take Judge, eh?
I would.
I mean,
dude, I'm very much debating Stanton. I don't know how many I have, so we're gonna see where we get to.
Okay.
Judge, Shohei, Alonso, Vladdy, Jordan, Rice, Mike Trout.
I thought about it.
Really?
For the star factor and the amount of power I think he has in an event like this, I think
so much power. He fucked up his hammock bone on the
do amazing.
Team. Yeah, you're right.
Give me Ichiro still to this day, because I want to see if he lives up to the legend of his. Everything I've heard about Ichiro in batting practice is that he hits home runs on command. So I want to see it.
I know this is a terrible loophole. Can I get Jackie Bradley Jr.'s arm in a home run derby? Just how strong it is.
Yes.
Can I just get his arm to
see if he can throw more homers than the rest of the guys?
Rafael Devers.
That's a decent one. That's a sneaky decent one.
I think I have 4 lefties and 4 righties. Kind of like that mix, and he's got a pretty swing.
Oh shit! I think I did 4 lefties, 4 righties. Well, I have switch technically with De La Cruz, but
I was thinking of De La Cruz too. It was between him, Stanton, and Devers. I think I have to take Stanton over Devers. You got to take Stanton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many things that we need.
Can I also just have Luke Voigt hitting nukes and tank tops?
In a tank top?
Yeah.
Is Derek Dietrich technically still in the?
Give me
I saw that. Have you seen the meme video that circles around Instagram every once in a while of Derek
him
Dietrich?
and Michael Lorenzen?
No, just in the one game, the highlight reel of that one game.
The Pittsburgh one?
And
No.
balls.
Dude, the Pittsburgh game where he's hit 3 nukes and he just pimps them. Yeah. And then the last one, he just stares at it for 30 seconds.
I hate that once a month, I'll go find once a month in YouTube, I'll literally just type in Derek Dietrich pimping home runs and watch 3 videos.
Nobody pimps it like he did, man.
That 1 month was
insane.
I think I've said this. I don't think I've said this to you guys. I might have. That 1 month, I was this close to buying a Derek Dietrich Cincinnati Reds jersey.
I got on board.
I was this close.
I was a Dietrich fan. He hit 14 homers in the month?
Dude.
And 12 of them were no doubters?
What's that? Bring a Derek Dietrich jersey.
I'm looking.
There's got to be a cheap one somewhere.
Bro, the amount of times that I saw Derek Dietrich as a free agent, I'm like, Blue Jays?
Just do you know he's a second baseman?
Yeah. He's played second base, first base, in the corner outfields in a career. He's what Kevin Biggio's power should have been.
There was a Shohei Nippon Ham jersey. That's where he was, right? There was one on Marketplace for $40, and I don't know if it's still on there, but I feel
like we buried the leads.
Did we?
There's a couple trades. There's 2 trades that we have to talk about. One that's on the smaller end.
There were 2?
Yeah. Small. One's completely on the small end. The Mets got Chris Flexen and Trevor Gott and immediately DFA'd Chris Flexen.
Wasn't Flexen DFA'd by the Mariners too? That happened, right?
I think he was.
And then they just decided to trade him.
You guys remember when everybody thought Chris Flexen was going to get traded for Teoscar?
Jesus. Boy, did they make the right decision.
Would you take a flyer on Chris Flexen?
He's been bad. Yeah, okay. Very bad. So probably not.
Yeah, that's fair. And
the other trade, much more meaningful.
A lot more meaningful and a lot scarier. Aroldis Chapman went to the Texas Rangers.
I gotta say, it was a good week for shitty people.
Yeah.
Because obviously Chapman traded up.
Chapman to the Rangers is terrifying.
Whatever. Chapman doesn't scare me in the playoffs.
Also, it was hilarious. The first hit that Chapman gave up as a Ranger was to Jose Altuve.
Yeah. That's why I'm not scared of him.
And
speaking of shit people, I don't think we have to say much about it.
Felix Hernandez is my last perfect game.
Yeah.
I
this one doesn't count. You got I don't really need to. I've talked so much shit about Domingo Germán. I don't really know if I have anything left.
Fuck you in your perfect game.
I'm proud of
this. This sucks.
Yeah, it does.
This genuinely sucks for baseball.
He served the longest suspension in baseball history for domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
Also got caught.
So first of all, you're a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not even there yet. So you're a scumbag. The reports I've heard about that night are just real shit.
They're vile human being shit.
It was at a team event.
Mm-hmm. It was CC's event. It wasn't a team thing, but
still,
a lot of the team was
all
there.
his teammates were there.
Yeah.
But that's the other side of the thing is it wasn't just the team. There was a bunch of people there. The John Boy guys were there. That was one of the first events that they covered, and they talked about that on Talking Baseball. They were there and saw the thing go down. It wasn't just Yankees guys that were at this event.
It's insane. And then you had the whole sticky substance controversy, a month into the season, he skates away off of that. Then you get suspended for sticky substances. 2 weeks later, so you're a moron. Like, this sucks.
Not only is he a shit person, he's a fucking idiot.
It sucks.
Yeah.
A lot, because like it's supposed to be one of like it's arguably one of the greatest accomplishments in sports, I think.
The last one, it was 11 years ago.
That's crazy.
So I mean, I think it's arguably the greatest accomplishment in sports. I don't know what else really rivals it.
It's not the rarest. There's a few that are above it, but
it's the most.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it like I think it's still
the greatest
wild. For lack of a better word, it requires the most perfection.
4 homers is pretty crazy.
Like, but okay, I'm not saying you can run the 4 homers in a day, but like,
you can't run into 4 homers.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like,
that one's more rare than a perfect game, but I think a perfect game is way cooler. Like, you have to be really good.
I think the perfect game also takes into account your defense.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone on the field has to be good.
It's a whole team thing.
You're right.
Like,
but anyways, like I was still up. I don't remember what time this game was at, but I was still up. And I got a group chat with a group of guys I play fantasy baseball with. And the one guy posted better in the 7th. And then in the 8th. And I'm like sitting there looking at it. And like, I love baseball. I want to, like, if that was anyone else, I'm tuning into that game. Figuring any way to watch that game.
Dude, if it's Clark fucking Schmidt,
like
I still haven't seen a
it could have been Garrett Cole.
Genuinely, it could have been Garrett Cole. And unless we don't like Garrett Cole,
I wouldn't have loved it, but I'd feel better
so
about
much cooler with it.
Yeah.
Like,
it just sucks. Like, it's so shitty for the game of baseball because he's such a piece of shit.
There's only like, I think, one person that I would be less okay with than Domingo Germán, and he's in Japan right now.
He's not here. Yeah.
Like,
I still to this day haven't seen a pitch from that game.
Neither have
I couldn't care less.
I think I saw the final out. I saw a video unintentionally on Instagram.
I tuned into the 9th just because I didn't on my MLB TV, and I was like, whatever.
I didn't, and I don't have MLB TV. I could have found a way to watch it, but even if I did, I don't think I would have. Like, and that's the part that sucks. Because that's such a big part.
It should be something cool that everyone should have been trying to tune into.
Everyone is trying to tune into.
But here's the thing. Like, the amount of people that have brought
that's all I have to say.
The worst thing, the worst team, the worst player it happened to, and it was against the worst fucking team ever. For it to happen to.
Huge asterisk on it.
Like, but like, that's the last thing baseball wanted, or like, I think Rob Manfred wanted, was a known piece of shit to do one of the greatest things in the sport against a team that you openly fucking don't give a shit about. Like,
I don't think Manfred cares. I got to be honest.
It's a big black eye on the sport. I think,
like, and that's why I don't think Manfred cares.
And this may be like a slight kind of detour. This may like mean nothing. Is there like a picture? Is there like a famous picture from that game?
There's the one where they're like kind of like holding him.
Because with the Felix Hernandez one, you got him like up in the air, hands up, just like.
Oh, did you guys listening to baseball? Do you guys listen to Baseball is Dead?
Yes.
Their episode about it?
I did.
Jared's rant about it was fantastic.
Yeah, I want to talk about Dallas though. I was very surprised to hear them say he congratulated them.
Did he? I missed that. I just heard
I think what Dallas basically did was he tried to separate the person from the art from the artist kind of thing.
You have to. You have to
like what Domingo Germán did. Fucking great. Fuck you though. No, like,
it was dominating performance.
It was a dominating performance.
99 pitches, dude.
And then proceeded to his 3 starts surrounding that game have been terrible.
Good.
Like,
I am very proud of the way 99% of people handled it too. Because there's not very many people that were like, yeah, we love it.
Yankees.
There's like
some Yankees fans.
A lot of Yankees fans were against it. They're like, "Fuck! I wish it was anyone else." And I love that. I did not love the way Talking Baseball went about it.
They're Yankees.
They were. I didn't listen to it.
They're Yankees like headed.
I kind of.
Trevor was good about it,
and I didn't go on Twitter.
No. Trevor was good about it, but Jake tried to be like, well, maybe we got to forgive him. Like, he's grown, blah, blah, blah.
No,
like, don't fucking start doing that.
Fucking don't.
Don't start doing that. Because he goes, maybe he comes away from this and grows from this. Like, David Wells had some issues.
I'm sorry. If there's if you can't forgive any of the Houston Astros for cheating in a game, you cannot fucking forgive Domingo Germán for the piece of shit that he is.
Yep.
Like, game over. Blue Jays won. Yeah. Woohoo, let's go. Yeah. Jordan Romano. Fucking actually safe situation.
2 different pitchers.
And like people saying, oh, well, they're married now, so she gave him a second chance, so we should. Like,
I think that still says that
any person, any man who lays a hand on a woman
that isn't like
can go get fucked.
That isn't. I'm not even gonna try and just.
It's not even really a way to,
Because I was gonna be like, if it's justified, there's really no justification.
There's no.
Like,
I mean, if you're getting the shit beat out of you,
but like, from all reports still, that Domingo, you're still coming out the piece of shit. But from all reports that have come out about Domingo Germán in that situation,
there was no
justification.
No,
like
he can go take a long walk off a short cliff.
Yep.
Shit guy.
Is there anything else?
It felt like so long ago. I don't even. Was that Tuesday night or was that?
It was
Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. Like,
that's why it felt so long. It's literally as far away from here as we could have got. I was wondering why.
Oh, we do have more. Connor has more stuff. He's too lazy to put it on the sheet, though.
I mean, if we're being honest,
is what our run sheet says.
If we're being honest,
okay,
you brought them all up like during the beginning of the show. One of them was like Nelson Cruz getting DFA'd, like nice. Just that conversation. Nice. Like, another one was talking about like certain all-star snubs, aka Mike Ketel Marte, Dansby Swanson, that you guys couldn't give 2 fucks about. Like,
well, man, I am still shocked at the accent of them there Detroit.
They're Detroit fans.
Well, them there Detroit fans down there.
Yeehaw, Detroit.
What do you actually? This is a great question. What do you call like people from Detroit? Because like we have Torontonians. And like New Yorkers, what is a Detroiter? Like, is it a Detroitian?
Apparently,
like
I don't know, but
Michiganians,
Michiganites,
Michiganians,
Michigananigans,
yeah.
I'm still reeling a little bit from the accent of the Detroiters.
Oh, there was one thing that we didn't talk about with the Blue Jays that I didn't know if you guys noticed. Do you guys know Street Fighter? Like the game Street Fighter?
Yes. Oh,
yes.
Is that where the celebration's from?
That's what I'm guessing. Like it's a Shoryuken. They're doing like an uppercut.
Maybe?
Like
maybe.
So
yeah. So also, did you see Vlad's homer tonight? I don't know. I don't know who the coach is, but they did like a pretend jacket on him.
He did that earlier in the year in Kansas City. Can we just bring it back?
Bring it back.
Just fucking bring it back, please. Like,
why not,
dude? Literally, that will be post All-Star break. New jacket,
maybe.
Maybe. Every team is having more fun than us.
Which celebration do we like more, the uppercut thing or the whole?
The uppercut.
Throw your hands up in the air.
I like the uppercut more, just because at least
I like the pirate.
Oh,
I'm here.
Yes,
I do not love the way Alejandro Kirk tries to do it. He hit a single the other day and he just went,
well, yeah,
like, buddy, what is this? Alejandro Kirk looks like the most miserable dude on the baseball field right now. I haven't seen that guy smile in a month.
I mean, his OPS is lower than Kevin Biggio's.
Yeah.
that's
smile in a month.
On the Blue Jays, it's not the Mendoza line, it's the Kevin Biggio line. Like, is your OPS better than Kevin Biggio's?
You're in the majors. Smile.
His OPS is like a 670, so it's like
he had a big single that day, and you're just like, yay. I'm like, dude, try enjoying life. Do we have anything?
Shout out Brandon Belt for once again being a troll.
Yep. Doubling down on the fact that he should have started the All-Star game. I love it.
Like,
yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
You should be there.
Why not? Right?
Well, I don't think you should.
Shohei's got a blister. They have to have a DH.
I'm glad you brought up Shohei.
I think they also brought up the fact that I think he's still gonna hit though. I don't think he's gonna pitch, but he's gonna hit.
Do you think Shohei has a chance to win the Double Crown on both sides?
What do you mean the double crown on both sides?
Or triple crown on both sides, sorry. Like as a pitcher and a hitter.
I mean,
No.
I think average is what's going to kill him.
He's not that far off, dude.
No.
He's
doesn't
fourth
pitch
in
enough to
average
get
right
the
now.
wins.
He's as of a couple days ago, he was 13 points back in average.
What are his wins?
He's 4 back in wins to Shane
He's
McClanahan.
done.
Shane McClanahan, who's hurt.
Who just got hurt. Yeah.
And he might be closer now. I don't know. Did he win? I guess he didn't get the win today.
I don't think he did. So
He got the loss.
He is only like 0.6 back in ERA. He's second in Ks.
No.
And he's
He
first and
won't get
fourth
wins.
in the hitting side of things.
I think
He won't get wins.
I think if anything, he might be able to do the hitting, but that's even a stretch. Like,
I think he can make up 13
he can.
points.
I think he can get the home runs. Like, it's not. I think he can get the home runs.
Oh, I think he's walking away with
RBI. That I think is the thing that's going to be the biggest issue for him.
Still in first. Driving in Angels is really hard to do, especially without Mike Trout. You're right.
Like,
that's a good point.
Because he's hitting around Brandon Drury and like Taylor Ward and Hunt, like crazy. And he hits high.
They still have, what's his name that plays first? Walsh.
Oh, Walsh, yeah, but I don't think he's like been that great.
What's that other guy that kept getting hit by a pitch?
Him.
Neto. He was good too.
Can I just make a petition that wherever Shohei goes next year, they also get Jared Walsh, they get Michael Lorenzen, they get Brent Honeywell, and who the hell's this top prospect that is a two-way? Hunter Green?
Brendan McKay?
Brendan McKay was it? Why Brent Honeywell? Was Honeywell wasn't a two-way, was he?
No,
it was McKay.
I was thinking
it was McKay.
My bad.
I'm like,
who's the top draft prospect that's a two-way?
Was it Caglione?
I don't remember. He's like a top 5.
I know Jack Caglione.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and I have no idea. It's a high school kid, isn't it?
Skeens?
No.
Skeens is just a pitcher.
Also,
they're saying Skeens should just come right to the majors.
Side note, for no particular reason, shout out Max Clark.
Apparently he's a dick.
That's why I'm shouting him out. Shout out Max Clark.
Bryce Eldridge is who you're thinking of.
Yes. Can we just have a team of all two-way players and see what happens?
Oh God.
Why not?
I mean, the amount of two-way players that there used to be, like, I mean, not used to be, it's like the amount of like people that we know in the big leagues now. Like Jacob DeGrom was.
Yeah, I just listed them.
Dave Winfield.
Yes.
DeGrom, yeah, like
Dave Winfield was a two-way prospect.
Alex Verdugo.
Alek Manoah was technically a two-way player.
There's a whole list here. I'm trying to pull it up.
Like Marcus Stroman.
Hunter Green. Did you already say Hunter Green?
Hunter Green.
Yeah, I did. Bring back Mad Bum.
Aaron Hicks. Nick Markakis. Oh, Canadian legend Adam Lowen.
Nick, fuck off, dude. I hate you. Adam Lowen is the bane.
Mike Timlin.
Rick Ankiel.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Not Timlin. Ankiel.
Ankiel was good, dude. You're. It's
I
so
went to
earlier.
lunch.
We're so recording so much earlier.
Josh Hamilton. Apparently. John Olerud was actually a great two-way.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper was
Wait, he pitched
a high school pitcher.
I thought he was a catcher.
He was a high school pitcher and catcher.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think we've rambled on enough.
Yeah. Shout out Luis Robert Jr. Shout out the Blue Jays.
Shout out Jordan. Real shout out Jordan Romano for 3Ks and
shout out.
coming
How about you
back off
shout
of
out
that.
the guy who won us the motherfucking game?
Shout out
Vlad.
Vladimir.
Shout out the Peagle. I don't know what
I was
is.
really hoping to take Vlad for this week's impact. He was hitting $143 last week. So didn't realize how bad Vlad was. Vlad had one hit in that Boston series, and it was that single.
Shout out my MVP picks.
When I have first pick next week,
it's going to go to Alek Manoah.
I'm just going to take him.
Shout out.
You're going to take him.
If Alek Manoah has a good start,
oh, dude,
I will triple up Alek Manoah.
Dude, I'm ready to come in here and say the Blue Jays are back if Alek Manoah goes like 7 innings. I'm fully prepared.
If Alek Manoah goes 5 innings, I think.
If Alek Manoah goes 5 innings and gives up 3, Blue Jays are back.
If he walks less than 4 guys,
yeah, we're back.
So back.
We're back, dude. Like,
I'm excited. I hope it fucking works. I really do.
Shout out to Brant for improving his studio.
Yeah, look at it.
It's pretty sick. I'm seeing a Capvizio jersey on the side now.
It's pretty sick. Too.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty.
You see all the shelves?
You
I
know,
got everything set up.
You got to carry us as far as background decor.
Yeah, I got a lot of it.
Like,
yeah, there's a.
My wall's blue.
Yeah, that's fair. Connor doesn't have anything other than half a Biggio picture right now, so that doesn't really. I do have.
I mean,
Cav over there.
Dude, if you looked around the room, like you could see my old paint job. Like it used to be, it was literally blue. Like it was like Blue Jays blue.
You should paint it blue again. Paint it back.
Nah, dude.
Paint it back.
I gotta paint it like. I'm gonna try and do like a neutral color. Like just.
This is Paw Patrol blue, in case you were wondering.
Jeez.
I guarantee it's 100 degrees in that room that Nate's into.
Oh, it's 110.
Yeah.
Dude, I am lucky. I
can't even have a fan on in here
because
it's too loud. Make too much noise.
Shout out my grandparents because since it's the summer, they like to have the AC on. Like
Nate doesn't have AC. He's got an AC unit in his room.
That's perfect. I cranked it down to like 60 right now.
They have it
freezing when I go back in there.
They have it at 10 degrees and they're upstairs and I'm in the basement, so it's like maybe 2 degrees down here. Like
I'm freezing. I'm in a sweater, dude. It's cold.
You guys like to change?
No, I've been to your house enough. I'm good. I'm good. I prefer my room. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
We'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening. Everything's linked in the description below.
What's the socials brand? Come on now.
It's the flight deck _.
That's everything now. That's the Instagram, that's the TikTok, and that's the Twitter.
Anywhere you want to find us, it's at the flight deck _ I hate the underscore.
I mean, dude, because blame a New York Jets podcast.
Sucks.
Like
brutal. All right. See you later.